Hi, I'm Victoria Gallagher from HipTalk.com. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about law of attraction and some tips that you can use to help you to make it work a little bit better. So one of the things that we know about law of attraction is that in order to make it work, you need to feel good, you need to be happy. One of the problems is that, many people are using law of attraction in order to create something that they want for themselves that they do not now have. And the problem with that is that a lot of times the thing that you want, you believe that that thing is going to be the thing that's going to make you happy. And the truth of the matter is that it kind of works the other way around. That in order to get the thing that you think is going to make you happy, you got to be happy first. So we kind of have it twisted around in our minds that until we get that thing, we're going to resist feeling happy. And, I've found myself feeling that same way sometimes. And so I understand how you can feel, and I also understand how to kind of shift that feeling as well so that you can at least get into a more neutral state and start to work on feeling in the way that you would need to feel in order to attract the things that you want to have. One of the things one of the things that gets in the way of feeling good is either thinking about something that happened, something in the past, and maybe something that we regret, something that we feel guilty about, something we feel sad about, something we feel angry about. Normally, those feelings come from thinking about the past. Or we might be worried or stressed or fearful or, just unhappy because of something that we're thinking about that might happen in the future. And so anytime we're feeling kind of out of sorts or negative, it's always due to being in one of those two places, the past or the future. And really the only true peace, the only true happiness is feeling is being in the moment. We're not worried about the future, and we're not regretful about the past. We're just enjoying and appreciating and being grateful for this moment. So how do you get in touch with this moment? Because it's, I mean, what do you think about, in order to get here and start to change your vibration by being happy in this moment? So one of the things that you can do, I just want to explain to you that, this is about ultimately, getting mastery over your mind, because, whenever we allow ourselves to get distracted with these thoughts, we're kind of we're not in control of our state. And so how can we be inventors of our lives, manifestors, creators, if we're not if we're just subject to any whimsical thought that comes in our mind? Just to give you, an idea of what I'm talking about. I mean, this morning I was meditating, and during meditation, the goal is to ultimately just kind of keep your mind focused on one object. And whenever you find your mind moving into another thought, you don't get mad about that, you don't get frustrated with that or impatient, but you notice it, because it's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, it's always gonna happen. But when it does happen, you just bring your mind back to whatever it is, the object, whether it's your breath or just feeling your feet on the floor, or whatever it is that you're thinking about, a mantra, um, that's keeping you focused on that thing. So getting back to what you can do to start to, you don't have to spend time, closing your eyes or meditating, although that's a great idea. But even, if you're just wanting to shift your energy, shift your vibration, shift how you're feeling, it's just to focus on your breathing. Is something you're doing anyway. And so just think about this life-giving energy that is happening. I mean, your breath is life. If you really think about it, there's nothing more important, than breathing. If you weren't breathing, you would not be alive. So just to actually think about that breathing process, and really kind of get in touch with how miraculous it is that you don't even have to think about it, but now just to have a little bit of appreciation, a little gratitude for this miracle that creates life through your body. I mean, it gets impacted by everything that you do, every move that you make, every thought that you think gets impacted. Your breathing gets impacted by that, but your breathing also impacts those things as well. So it's really quite an interesting thing to think about, is just to put your attention on your breathing. And you don't need to manipulate your breathing in any particular way. There's many different breathing techniques that can help you with exercise, with meditation, with changing your vibration and changing your energy. But you can just breathe naturally, and that will take you into this moment. It's one thing that can actually carry you from one moment to the next while continuing to be present. And I got to tell you, the most important work you're ever going to do in this life is mastering and controlling your mind, your thoughts, because your thoughts ultimately dictate your whole life. If you have a train of thinking that's constantly negative, constantly judging, complaining, worrying about the future, being impatient, you're just not going to feel very good, and that's going to impact your relationships. It's going to impact what you feel that you are capable of doing. It's going to impact your motivation and your confidence, everything. But if you're in a positive state of mind, that's also going to impact your motivation and your confidence and your relationships, but it's going to impact it in a way that you want. And ultimately, that is how we go about attracting our lives, is by manifesting, by mastering and controlling our minds. It's your mind, and you're 100% in control of it. No one else can tell you how to think or what to think. Only you can. And so it is really, the only thing that can change your state of being from one of being upset to one of being happy. So that's something I highly encourage each and every one of you to do, is to gain mastery and control over your thinking. And the best and most effective way that I know how to do that is by gaining mastery and control over this one thing, and that is being aware of your breathing. Because when you become aware of your breathing, and then you notice that your mind has drifted elsewhere, and you're no longer thinking about your breathing, that's when you realize that you're no longer in control of your thoughts. You have allowed yourself to to get distracted and move in a different direction. So once you notice that, it's not a bad thing, it's just to notice, then you get control over those thoughts, bring it back to the present. And you can do that for 30 seconds, a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, half hour, an hour. I was once in a silent meditation retreat, and we did this for 10 hours a day for 10 days. And so, and people continue to, do that, and you still don't have control 100%, but it helps you to get a little closer and a little closer. And the more you can do that, the better you're going to have control over your thinking. And the more you have control over your thinking, the more you're going to have control over your state and how you feel. And the more you have control over your state and how you feel, the more control you're going to have over your actions. And your actions are ultimately going to dictate what you are attracting into your life. So I'm Victoria Gallagher from HipTalk.com, wishing you a wonderful, stress-free, positive day. Check out my websites, HipTalk.com, PersonalGrowthClub.com. I have all kinds of amazing material to help you with these processes and getting control of your life. So check that out, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Bye now.